Alright, 6th graders, lesson 56, common denominators. If you remember last time we had done some problems that looked like this. We might say 2/3 minus 1/6, and we have different denominators here. We saw that this denominator could stay the same, so we said that stays at 1/6. 3 times 2 equals 6, so we have to multiply that times 2. 4/6 minus 1/6 is 3/6. So hopefully you remember that. So here we got to keep one denominator the same. In today's lesson, we are not going to be keeping either of the denominators the same. Okay. For example, if I had 1/2 and 1/3 of a circle, even if I kept dividing this up, I could make this into 2/6, and I could make this into 2/4. There's no way I can keep these two denominators the same. I'm going to have to change both of them. And in this case, what I could do is I could multiply the two denominators together to equal what I'm looking for there. So we'll go ahead and do that here. If I have, again, 1/2 and 1/3, if I multiply their denominators, I can get both denominators to become 6, because 2 times 3 equals 6. So I multiply that times 3, so I got to multiply my numerator times 3. And 3 times 2 is 6, so 1 times 2. So now I can do some mathematics with these two, some addition or subtraction, because I have common denominators. And if we show visually what we did, I started with 1/2, and I then divided it into sixths. Over here I had 1/3, and I divided it also into 6. So I had 1, 2, 6. And over here I have 1, 2, 3, 6. Over here we have 3, 6. So now that you've seen that, now hopefully we can do that here. So we'll look at example 1. In example 1 we see 1/2 plus 1/3. Now I've written it this way. That's not always the best way to write it. Maybe you like to write it this way, 1/2 plus 1/3. The reason is we can do some sometimes a little bit easier converting here. So I'll have 6 as my denominator, because 2 times 3 is 6. So this is times 3 equals 6. This will have to be 3, because I've got to have 3 over 3. Same thing on the top as I have on the bottom. 1 times 3 is 3. And over here, 3 times 2 equals 6, so I got to multiply by 2. They got to be the same. 1 times 2 is 2. Add them together for 5/6 is my answer. Alright, in example 2 here we do some subtraction. 3/4 minus 2/3. And again, I can't keep either of these denominators here. I know that 3 times 4 is 12, so I'm going to change my denominators to 12. Alright, and let's see, 3 times 4 equaled 12, so 2 times 4, that will be 8, so I can make this 8. And then up top here, 4 times 3 equaled 12, so 3 times 3, that will equal 9. So now I can subtract 9/12 minus 8/12. So 9 minus 8 is 1, and the denominator remains the same. It will remain a 12. So my answer here in example 2 is 1/12. Now your book goes on also reminding us about comparing fractions. For example, if I had 4/6 compared to 5/6, we'd say, 5/6 is larger, but they have common denominators. But let's go on to example 3 and see where we don't. Here in example 3, we've got 3/8 compared to 1/2. Again, I've got to have common denominators. And in this instance, it looks like I can keep the 8 the same. So I'm going to rewrite that down here. 3/8 compared to, now this guy, I want to have an 8 on the bottom. So 2 times 4 equaled 8. So 1 times 4 will equal 4. Now I can compare and say that 3/8 is less than 1/2. Alright, example 4. Here we have one where we can't keep one of the denominators the same. I'm going to have to change both of them. Again, here 3 times 4 is 12, so I'm going to pick 12 as my new denominator. Now, I'm doing 3 times 4 equals 12, and that number's not too big. But in the future, there may be some times where to multiply two numbers together might make a number really large, and we don't need to get that big, but that will be for the future. In this case, it's easiest just to multiply these two to come up with a new denominator. Alright, so we did 3 times 4 equals 12, so 2 times 4, that'll be 8. And over here we've got 4 times 3 is 12, so 3 times 3, that's going to be 9. So put that there. So now I can say that side is larger. So we go back and we should, for our final answer, rewrite 2/3 compared to 3/4. And we found that this side, which is the 3/4 side, is larger. So we can say 2/3 is less than 3/4. Okay. All right, you can get started on your lesson practice.